Trade Union Registration. Good morning, legal lions. Today, we'll delve into the fascinating world of trade unions, specifically focusing on their registration process in India. As future legal professionals, understanding the intricacies of trade union registration is crucial, as it empowers you to advise and represent these vital worker organizations. What are trade unions? Trade unions are associations of workers formed to protect their interests and promote their well-being in the workplace. They negotiate with employers on issues like wages, working conditions, job security, and other benefits. Think of them as the collective voice of workers, ensuring their concerns are heard and addressed. Why is registration important? Registration grants a trade union legal recognition and certain advantages, including perpetual succession. The union exists as a separate entity from its members, even if they change. Right to own property. The union can hold assets and enter into contracts. Right to sue and be sued. The union can take legal action and be held accountable for its actions. Tax benefits. Registered unions may enjoy certain tax exemptions. The legal framework. Trade Unions Act, 1926. The Trade Unions Act, 1926, governs the formation and registration of trade unions in India. This act lays down the eligibility criteria, registration procedure, and rights and obligations of registered unions. Eligibility for registration. At least 7 members of a trade union can apply for registration. The members must be employed in the same industry, trade, or occupation. Registration procedure. Application. The union applies in Form A to the Registrar of Trade Unions. Documents. The application must be accompanied by the union's constitution, list of office bearers, and membership details. Scrutiny. The registrar examines the application and documents for compliance with the Act. Registration. If satisfied, the registrar registers the union and issues a certificate of registration. Publication. The registration is then published in the official gazette. Application. The application for registration must be made in Form A appended to the Trade Unions Act, 1926. It should be submitted to the Registrar of Trade Unions. The application must be accompanied by a copy of the trade union's rules and regulations, a statement giving particulars such as the name of the trade union, its address, the names and addresses of its office bearers, and the number of its members. Registration process. The registrar will examine the application and supporting documents. If satisfied with the compliance, the registrar will register the trade union by entering its details in a register. Upon registration, the registrar will issue a certificate of registration. This certificate is conclusive evidence that the trade union has been duly registered under the Act. Key points to remember. The registration process is relatively straightforward, but legal assistance is recommended for ensuring smooth sailing. The Act also outlines grounds for refusal or cancellation of registration, such as violation of its provisions or indulging in illegal activities. Registered unions must maintain proper financial records and submit annual returns to the registrar. Beyond registration, the role of LLB graduates. As LLB graduates, you can play a crucial role in supporting and advising trade unions. Here are some ways you can contribute. Drafting constitutions and legal documents. Ensure the union's legal framework is sound and compliant. Providing legal advice. Guide unions on various legal issues, including industrial disputes, labor laws, and contract negotiations. representing unions in legal proceedings, advocate for the union's rights and interests in courts and tribunals. Promoting worker education and awareness, educate workers about their rights and the role of trade unions. Current status of registered trade unions in India overall. The number of registered trade unions in India has been declining in recent years. As of 2020, there were only 19,875 registered unions, down from 22,464 in 2018. This decline is attributed to several factors, including increased informality in the labor market, difficulties in organizing unions in the service sector, government policies that make it more difficult to register and operate unions. Challenges: low submission of returns. Only 14.4% of registered unions submitted their returns in 2020, making it difficult to assess their actual activity and membership. Declining membership. The average membership per union has also been declining, from 4,034 in 2018 to 3,628 in 2020. Financial constraints. Many unions lack adequate funding, making it difficult for them to carry out their activities effectively. Government restrictions. The government has introduced several policies in recent years that make it more difficult for unions to function, such as the requirement for prior government permission for strikes. Despite the challenges, there are also some positive developments. Increased activism. Trade unions have been increasingly active in recent years, campaigning on issues such as labor rights, social security, and minimum wages. Mergers and consolidations. Some unions are merging or consolidating to increase their bargaining power. Focus on organizing in the informal sector. Some unions are focusing on organizing workers in the informal sector, which is a growing segment of the workforce. Conclusion. Trade unions play a vital role in protecting worker rights and promoting industrial harmony. Understanding their registration process and the legal framework governing their operations is essential for LLB graduates who want to contribute to this crucial domain. Remember, your legal expertise can empower these worker organizations and ensure a fairer and more equitable workplace for all. Thanks for joining us today online on YouTube and Facebook at Your Vinay Shukla. Don't forget to subscribe and follow if you have not. The exercise to check your preparation are available on http://yourvinashukla.in on very nominal payment.